Hello everybody, it is me, Jurassic Master, here to say that today we are going to be doing a breakdown on WandaVision Season 1, Episode 6. So yeah, let's get started. Bing bong, beep boop boop, there will be spoilers. I've done this like 100 times. Spoilers, don't continue watching if you don't want to see any spoilers. So in this episode, Wiccan actually looks like his comic book version, where he's got his red little cape and his blue or silver bandana. Wiccan has his blue or silverish kind of bandana look and a red cloak, which I think is really cool that they did that. So there's a scene where Wanda and Vision will have like a little bit of an argument of like, oh, you were supposed to be here. You were supposed to go with me and go trick-or-treating with the kids. And Vision says, no, I gotta patrol and make sure, excuse me, make sure nobody's stealing or doing toilet paper on the trees. And she was like, well, you're not supposed to do that. And I thought it was like, okay, I thought that was really interesting that Vision's going against sort of like her rules and her code of like going against the grid of like not listening and sort of doing his own thing, sort of further proving that he is not all there, but is a different person. I want to mention how much I love Quicksilver. I mean, they even gave him his classic comic book look. I mean, look at this, and look at this. They look exactly the... oh my gosh! I'm so happy they did it. Like, it's like... Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you guys... Like, people at Marvel, thank you so much for bringing me the classic-looking Quicksilver. Thank you so much. I find it a little weird and, like, kind of off that, like, just out of the blue, they're all of a sudden just, like, kids. Like, just out of the blue that there's just kids now. And in last episode, Vision was saying, why are there no kids around? Like, there just never was kids. So it's like, yeah, why was there no kids? And now all of a sudden it's like hundreds of kids are like, alrighty, just like it's like seems very off and strange. I don't see how it's important yet, but it just seems a little weird. So there's a part where Quicksilver talks about Shang-Chi, or Shang-Chi, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I'm sorry. But that is an actual place, and that is this here, but it's not very clear, and, like, I'm sorry, it's not clear, and you can't really tell what it is, but in the comics, that is, like, a fictional place where Vision sort of would watch over it and protect it. Of just watching over this area of, like, fictional place, I want to say somewhere in Asia, or I'm assuming in Asia, how the name sounds. But there's that where I don't know if that's like sort of supposed to like represent Wanda instead of Vision, maybe? I don't know. So it seems like Quicksilver and Wanda know that this is all not real, because Quicksilver is like, oh, how'd you pull it off? Before, when we were younger, all you could do was give people nightmares and sparkles out of your hand. So it appears that he knows and is not being fooled. So what does that mean? I have some theories on that, but I'll say that later in the video because I have some other stuff I want to get before that. So there's a scene where this lady is putting up a ghost and she's like on repeat, which I find a little weird and like kind of strange. Now, I don't know if when she was doing that, if she was close to the border of the Hex. Maybe she was. I don't know. I also wonder if the center of City Hall, or the city square, is sort of like an eye of the storm of like, I don't know. I feel like City Square is going to play an important role later. So we got another commercial, and holy cow, this one was dark. Like, Yo Magic. It's basically, the commercial is about a kid on this island, And the shark says, yo, I don't get hungry anymore. I don't get hungry since I ate yo magic. And the kid just like slowly starves to death trying to open the yogurt thing. So, still a little weird, and I have a theory. I think it's Baron Zemo. I think Baron Zemo never left. Now, I have theories. I will talk about them in a minute, because the next thing, we'll talk about it in a minute, but I want to talk about why Baron Zemo is still here and not under, and I think I have an answer now. I think I have an answer now of why he is not under control. So, stay tuned for that. So there's a scene where they're coming out of the movie theaters, and the two movies on the panels are called The Incredibles and The Parent Trap, which both came out in early 2000. So I'm wondering if this is a late 90s, early 2000s kind of time, maybe? Or this is like a 90s one? Possibly, I'm assuming. So there's a scene where Quicksilver talks about, Wanda asks, how did you even get here? And Quicksilver responds with, well, I was just walking on the street, and I got shot. And I woke up and heard your voice, and thought you needed my help. And that seems really weird. And then after that, we get this scene. We get this scene where Quicksilver is dead, and he has bullet wounds in him. So, does that mean Quicksilver's dead, and now Wanda is just puppeting him around? And that would explain why he knows that this is not real, and it's all fake and an illusion. Does that explain it? And why would he be dead? Why is he dead? I think he's dead because of Baron Zemo. And Baron Zemo is like, oh, this is someone new who's going to mess up my my evil plan, so let's take him out. And Wanda was like, oh, we can bring him back. I can have my brother back in town. We'll just say he's from out of town. And that's what I think how that happened. So Speed gets his powers. I think that's interesting that he gets his powers first. I'm happy that he's got his powers. Now we just need him to wear his costume. So in an episode or two ago, Howard told the Sword and everybody there that Wanda took Vision's dead body. So I'm wondering if Howard knew that Wanda was going to take the dead body, or Vision's dead body, and get tired of using Vision as or imagining he's there and actually using him as a puppet. So I think Howard always knew that it was going to happen eventually, and yeah. So there's a scene where Vision is heading towards the Hex, or about to leave the Hex, and on one side the Hex is blue, and the other side the Hex is red. So does that mean on the inside it's making it seem like everything's fine and perfect, and you can, like, is that like making it seem like the inside it's all perfect, but on the outside it's like rough and awful, and like you try to come in, you're screwed? So there's a scene where this lady, I can't remember her name, I probably should have looked up her name and memorized it, but I didn't, and yeah. But there's this lady looking at the files and going through the files to see what all is happening, and there's a weapon, or a thing that says cataract, that only Hayward can see. So I have some theories on that. I think the cataract is what is having Baron Zemo being able to be in the world without being affected. I think that's why. I think that explains why. Because he's not able to. I think Baron Zemo stole it, and Hayward is trying to get it back. So I think Baron Zemo's like, oh, since I'm in this little perfect world and everybody's under this trance, I might as well do my work and get what I need, which is probably something big and important that we don't know yet, and is sort of in control, sort of the one behind the scene. But there are other people behind the scenes too. I think Nightmare could be a part of it too, but I don't have enough evidence to really say that it is Nightmare. But I think Nightmare might be not helping out with Wanda making this world. So maybe, I don't know. But I think Baron Zemo is the one who has the catalyst, the weapon, and I think it's supposed to have it that if you enter the world, you don't get affected. And now Hayward lost that weapon and now is wanting it back. But now he cannot get it back because Wanda's put up the wall and everything. I don't like Hayward. I really don't like him as a character. He's annoying. I don't like him. But that's probably why maybe since Quicksilver got in, Baron Zemo was not expecting that and assumed it was one of one of Sword's agents, and thought, you know what, let's just take him out, not knowing it's Quicksilver, and that's probably not going to help. That happened, and that would also sort of explain the commercial of Yo Magic, of if you because the commercial I feel like was like sort of like saying that peoples with powers or powers are bad, like they will give you false hope and they will not help you at all. Because the commercial was sort of like, yo, magic, look at this magic power, it'll save you, but it didn't. It just slowly killed him. And yeah, is another scene where we get to see Wiccan using his powers to freeze Speed or Tommy, and Billy stopping him. And I think that's really cool that he's used his powers this early. So at the end of the episode, it sort of leaves us on a cliffhanger of Vision leaving the Hex and sort of slowly dying, and Wanda slowly expands the border, which was like, holy cow, maybe the reason, like, maybe the multiverse is just her expanding the border and making it to her world, which I really highly doubt, but I don't think that's what it is at this moment. But I could see it doing it but I think the Hex, since she's moving the Hex and taking more people in, it's going to be a lot harder to control stuff, and things are going to fall apart, like the multiverse maybe, and like get more Marvel characters from other things, like maybe like a Wolverine, or I don't know, maybe like we're gonna get more Marvel characters. Hell, we may even see Magneto. I don't know. I sort of left us a cliffhanger of what's gonna happen. I'm excited for the next episode. I think the next episode we're gonna have to deal with the circus, because everybody at Sword just became a circus, was part of a circus act. So yeah, we're most likely going to have the next episode as a circus. I think that is all I have to say. So, thank you so much for watching. It means so much to me that you took the time and thought, let's watch the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And remember, erasers, earbuds, and chicken wings make breadsticks. Woo!